All right, with less than a month left in the calendar year, what can you do for your career during these slower months and preparing for the new year? Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Cornwell with Get Taped here in not Atlanta, Georgia, one of Atlanta's original audition taping services, which I co-own with my amazingly talented, beautiful wife and best friend, Brooke. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 quick ideas, because I'm on vacation, on what you can be doing during this last month of the year in preparation for the next year. First thing you can do is to book out with your agent, if your agent appreciates that type of communication. And what that simply means is telling your agent that you are not available for auditions, for bookings, for anything related to the industry. And if this is something that interests you, it might be a good way for you to unplug, to be able to set boundaries for yourself in a season that is usually filled with lots of obligations to friends and family, travel, whatnot. So don't be afraid to book out. The next idea is to get online and surf around on social media, YouTube, and the like, for wisdom from casting directors, maybe target representation, seeing if they have a web presence, a social media presence. There's a lot of great people out there like Bream, Arvold, Amanda Lenker Doyle, my friend Alex Collins, and Kurt Yu has a great YouTube channel. There are so many resources out there from either actors who have been there, done that, casting directors, or, like I said, potential agents. The point of all this is to try to deepen your own knowledge about your market, but also what is happening on the other side of the table. If you're learning from a casting director, for instance, and the more you know as it relates to what they're doing on their side, the more sensitive you'll be to that, and you might actually pick up some good nuggets in terms of how you want to approach your craft moving forward. My next suggestion is to run the numbers. That is, hopefully in some way you're tracking not just your finances, but the number of auditions that you get in a given year, especially if you're in that first, I'd say, 5-10 years of your career. You need that data to be able to build a picture of, how am I being seen? How are my reps sending me out? Where is that matching up with what casting seems to want for the role? In other words, am I getting avail checks? Am I getting pins, first refusals for commercials, etc.? Now, my next idea is kind of tied to that one, which is to try to recalibrate, if necessary, for this upcoming year. Once you run those numbers, or here's a better idea, once you start to look at tape from the past year, look at your self-tapes. From what we've heard from a lot of actors, you might not have a lot of it for this past year, 2024. And so it might not take you a long time to look through all of your auditions from the past year. And you're not looking to should on yourself and to look for the errors and what is crappy about your self-tapes. No, you do plenty of that already. What you're looking for is some wins to celebrate, but also things you can get curious about for this upcoming year, as to potential classes you might take or other ways that you might get a little bit more active about upping your self-tape game. Now, besides watching self-tape, what I'm also talking about is maybe you decided that based on your journey this far in this industry, you want to focus on something different. You want to start to double down on voiceover, or maybe on hosting, or maybe you decided you don't care about being famous, and so you just want to do film of any kind, so you're going to do a lot more self-submissions and trying to get booked on indie films. And my last quick suggestion is to spend some time finding gratitude. I know Thanksgiving is behind us if you're watching this in December of 2024, but that doesn't mean that gratitude stops on Thanksgiving Day. Being at the end of the year, it's a good time just to reflect and not, again, to should all over yourself or your career or your lack thereof, but instead to look for the wins and be thankful for those wins, whether they're in your career or in your friend life or your family life or your personal growth or your physical health, anything that you can feel like you can find gratitude for, and spend some time thinking about it. And if you're the type that likes to journal about it. The science has proven that showing gratitude, experiencing gratitude, not just thinking it, but really experiencing gratitude, has a positive influence on our overall health. So consider doing that this month. Okay, so those were 5-ish tips of what you might be able to do here with the remaining couple weeks in this calendar year. It's not the time to necessarily go completely dormant unless you've been hustling for 11 months. Then this is the perfect time to pull back and to wind down in this last couple of weeks of the year. But if you're more the type of person who wants to look forward to the coming year, then hopefully there were some quick tips in here, and it might inspire other things that you can do on your own to level up your game for the upcoming year. That's it for now here in tropical Costa Rica. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on set.